back to the channel. My name is Miss Peanut and today we're doing a tutorial using this palette. So I had talked about how I like this palette, how it's a great starter palette. Lots of good colors. It has some matte ones, it has some shimmer ones. So I wanted to do just a really simple eye tutorial using this particular palette. So I had a lot of fun doing this one. It's a pretty simple look. But again, guys, don't feel discouraged or like let down if you don't get this right off the bat. I have a few friends that like just to get really frustrated when they can't do something right the first time. I get that. Believe me, I get that. I'm a little too, a bit of a perfectionist in some areas, but just don't get discouraged if you can't get things the first try, because makeup is all about learning. I'm constantly learning new techniques, new ways of doing things. You just have to be open to being able to practice, because practice is really what's going to be the game changer. None of us that do makeup popped out of the womb and were immediately doing winged liner. So just keep practicing. If, you know, this doesn't turn out the right way or how you like it the first time, don't be let down, don't be sad, don't be upset, because it happens. That's part of learning. It's a process of trial and error. And of course, if it doesn't look exactly like this, but you like it better, that's even better. Just put a little personal flair on it. But I had a lot of fun with this one. It was really cool. It was just a nice simple one, nothing crazy, which has been nice because I've kind of feel like I've been going crazy lately. So just a simple tutorial was a lot of fun and a good break for me personally. But I will stop talking so we can actually get to the tutorial part. Okay guys, starting out with my NYX pencil, and this is just to highlight underneath of my brows, on top of that brow bone, since I've already finished my eyebrows. I'm trying to keep this as cost friendly as possible, so I applied that, and then I'm just going to rub it in, kind of blend it with my pinky. And I've already applied my Urban Decay primer as well. So, starting out with our palette. I'm taking kind of like a fluffy brush, not super fluffy, but just like a rounded brush. And I'm going to take that kind of peachy nude color, and I'm going to apply that starting with the inner corner and kind of going over to the middle as just a base color to make my eyes a good canvas. And I'm just gonna pack that on there. It's pretty much my very close to my actual skin color, so I have to pack a lot of the color on for it to even show up. Alright, and I'm going to be using this brush again, so I'm taking my Vera Mona color switch and I'm just going to swirl it around so I can get all of the pigment off of that brush, so I can use it for this nice kind of almost mauve brown gray color. And then I'm going to be taking that and kind of going from the outer corner to the middle of my eye. And this is just to kind of make a little contrast and draw in another look. And I'm almost going to go all the way into my crease as well. Just taking the time to blend everything out so that it doesn't look blocky. Next step, using my tapered blending brush from Luxie, the one that my favorite. I'm going to take this really nice kind of chocolate brown color, and I am going to swoop that across from the outer corner just to give a little bit more, and then I'm going to drag that all the way across in my crease to give a nice contrasting color so that it doesn't look bland. And I'm going to take the time to really blend this out, because this color is super pretty and I want it to flow well with the rest of this look. And I'm taking a really tiny Real Techniques brush. This is in their eye kit. And I'm going to be moving to a kind of a metallic color. All the other colors I used were matte. So this is just a little bit of shimmer. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner of my eye just to make it pop a little bit more. And get some nice shine to that. And I'll make my eyes look just a little bit bigger than they are. Alright, I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm going to go back to that really pretty chocolate brown color. I'm going to get that all over the brush and I'm going to apply that underneath my eye. Not in the waterline, but right underneath of it. Just going to smudge that all over because it's such a pretty color and I definitely want it to make it a focal point of this look. Next step is eyeliner. You can use any black liner. I'm using Urban Decay's, and I think the color of this is 0. So I am putting that in my waterline because I think it is such a nice way of tying a look together. Okay guys, next step is wing liner. I'm using my one from Stila and I'm just going to sweep that across my lid very gently. I don't want to awkwardly create any ripples, so don't tug too hard. And then I'm just going to fill all of that in. I will preface this by saying I am the worst at giving tutorials about wing liner because I've been doing this for so long and practicing for so long. But you're going to take the outside of your eyebrow, the tail of your eyebrow, the outside of your eye, and your nose, kind of line all of that up, and that is where you're going to create the first part of the wing. So I'm just taking that and I'm just going to draw that line and connect it with the outer corner of my eye. Then I'm going to draw a line on top of that and connect it with the other liner, the liner that was on top of my eye. And then I'm just going to fill all of that in. And I'm going to go back and redo anything if I've messed up. Next step is bronzer. So I'm taking my one from Tarte, Park Avenue Princess, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. This is in their sculpting set. So I'm just going to apply that by my cheekbone. See, where it's all sucked in. And again, contour is definitely not a necessary thing. It's just something that I like to do to kind of dress up any look. So if you're not there yet, don't even worry about this step. Just forget that any of this ever happened. Using my blush brush from Luxie and my Becca Blush Copper. You can use any blush that you like. This just happens to be my favorite blush at the moment. So I'm going to blow off any extra and I'm just going to kind of tap and buff all of that in on the apples of my cheeks. If you don't know where the apples of your cheeks are, smile! There will be those round sections right by your, right by your nose. So I'm just kind of gently tapping, buffing, mainly because this blush is really easy to get way too much product on. So, next step is highlighter. Again, this part is totally 100% not necessary. But I'm taking my Real Techniques fan brush that is in, again, the sculpting set because it's my favorite way of applying highlighter. And I'm just going to apply that on the tops of my cheekbones. And the highlighter that I'm using is Champagne Pop, my fave. And I'm going to go a little bit above my eyebrow. Okay guys, using my Urban Decay primer pencil, I'm going to quickly line the outsides of my lips, and then I'm going to apply just a little bit on my actual lips as well. Taking my middle finger and I'm going to buff that all in. I just like to use this as a primer before I go in with anything crazy. And I'm using an NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and the color is Stockholm for this one. So I'm just gently, quickly lining my upper lip, and then I'm going to go back and fill it all in. I really, really like these products. They're very inexpensive and they smell like cake, so there's no losing in that situation. And I particularly like this color because I think it's a really nice pink, but not overpowering pink, to really create just a nice, very simple, everyday look. And that is that. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I had a lot of fun doing this tutorial. It was pretty simple. If you have any questions about anything that I did, I know that my wing tutorial is never that great because I've been doing this for so long that like it's hard for me to explain like how I do it. But if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like and comment. If you want to see more videos like this and all my past ones, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!